If you want to get right to the tutorial, go to the timestamp right here, and you can skip the movie. But if not, please enjoy.
You'll still need more power.
I'll need an army.
Legendary army of Anubis?
Yeah, that'll work.
And defeat the Scorpion King.
Perhaps Ohio Van Fleming can bring me the bracelet. I think that'll do just nicely.
All right. Where are you, you overpaid POS? Oh no! Terrible CGI!
So Ohio is dead.
Yes, but he did manage to have the bracelet sent here before he challenged the Scorpion King.
But how did he manage that?
Apparently, he went on some crazy expedition following a young boy who was wearing the bracelet, and he had his friend, a curator of a museum, Baltus Hafez, killed when he awoke in the army of the dead.
Sounds like a movie plot, told terribly.
In the chaos of the oasis being swallowed back into the pyramid, he was able to steal back the bracelet and send another bird carrier to have it delivered here to us. And deliver it he has.
The bird is dead too. His little heart just couldn't take the journey.
That's a damn shame. Oh well, we have the bracelet. We have Big Frank. The Scorpion King is dead, and we now control the army of the dead.
No, we don't.
I do. Oh my god! Igor? Igor? You're... Dracula. How did you not know it was me? That I was super fake? Wow. I really need to accept that I have always been a terrible employer. And a person. But wait, if you're not Igor, where's my Igor? Did you kill him and drink his blood?
I'm over here doing the behind-the-scenes stuff. Dracula offers me insurance, a 401k, and profit sharing. You didn't even offer me dental.
Not even dental, Professor. How do you live with yourself? Look into my eyes, Professor.
I am in control, Professor. Every urge, every thought, every impulse.
Yes.
Do you feel my influence upon you?
Yes. You will leave this castle and retreat to the most vile place in your mind's eye. Do you see it, Professor? New Jersey. New Jersey? Yes, New Jersey. Go now, and goodbye forever.
My lord, why didn't you just kill him?
Tisk, Igor. He was a man of science. The world needs more of those. Unlike that wretched Ohio Van Fleming, I'm so glad that the scarabs feast upon his flesh.
Oh yes, about that.
Ha-ha! Ohio, how can this be? Editing magic, you blood-sucking leech. Editing won't save you from my power. I will drain you dry and squish what shell remains like a Capri Sun. Not today, Dracula. Don't put your faith in such things. Well, it hasn't failed me yet. Plus, I brought this. A vampire hunting kit. Where did you get such weapons? Oh, you like? Well, I got this bad boy at Backyard Zombie Productions. Eyebrows. No! I am doomed! Woe is me! Cut to the intro! No!
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode brought to you by Backyard Zombie. And as you can tell from that skit, which was so fun to film, playing Dracula was super fun, and the other characters, and It's done. It's over. But yeah, if you're watching this video, you are very interested in how to make your own vampire hunting kit. So I really hope you can enjoy this video to use as like a DIY tutorial / reference guide how you at home can make your own vampire hunting kit. So if you've tuned into this video, that tells me you're really into vampires. Well, you're in luck, because I'm really into vampires, and I'm really into vampire superstition, the art of vampire hunting, the history behind vampires in different parts of the world. And one of the big things, if you were looking into, like, especially in the Victorian era, are vampire hunting kits. I believe one that was like legit, like 19th century vampire hunting kit just sold at an auction like a year ago for a lot of money. I'm actually gonna put that right here, which is super freaking cool. But if you go onto like any website like eBay or Etsy, you're gonna find people that make vampire hunting kits. So if you're watching this, that tells me you're maybe wanting to make your own. Well, you've come to the right place, because this is actually my third vampire hunting kit. I made my first one for an original musical here in Youngstown called Emily Dickinson Vampire Slayer, and Rob Jokey, please bring that back to the stage. It's so good. And just a quick synopsis, it's Emily Dickinson, she kills vampires. That's all you need to know. Poetry is in the music. It's so cool. And I took like an old utensil box, bunch of stuff from like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and I made stakes and a cross, and I'm actually using the cross in the opening scene as Ohio Van Fleming. That's my Austin cross. And then my holy water that you'll see later in the video, that's also from Emily Dickinson. So there's some special mementos in this thing for sure. And then my second one was in Chillicothe, Ohio, for The Passion of Dracula. If you follow us on Instagram, I actually put up a photo of me and Dracula. I got to do the props for that show. And it was mostly just like, I went on Amazon, bought a bunch of stakes, bought a bunch of other stuff, and I had to make some stakes that could stick into the chest. I had to make some cool crosses that could break. But I actually found a really old luggage suitcase that was an antique, and we put all the stuff in there, and then it wasn't as, organized, but it was a vampire hunting kit. And now I'm making my personal dream vampire hunting kit. And if you are watching this, if you are listening to what I'm saying, I will tell you this right now. This is not complete, because this is a project that I really want to take my time on and keep adding to it. I've been collecting pieces for this kit for years. There are pieces from, as I said, Emily Dickinson Vampire Slayer, which was years ago. There are pieces from The Passion of Dracula. There's pieces I just picked up, or pieces that I just had saying, one day I'm going to make this, and this is what I'm going to use. So let's get into the build that I did for this kit, and then we will actually break down what you need for yours. So I'm going to start with this antique toolbox that I found in a thrift store, and I think it's going to be perfect for all my weapons, and everything fits inside. And I'm going to use the styrofoam, and I'm going to cut it up, and I miss a spot, which is just, but it's fine. I'm going to glue new square onto there, and then I can start laying everything out to figure out where it's going to go. And then I'm going to take some twine, I'm going to wrap it around this gavel thing I have just to add some stuff to it. So here's the gavel. And then eventually you get something like this. Now, there is no real, purpose for this. It's just so it makes the prop look lived in, and I don't know. I think it adds, flair to it. So you have this, really good grip now, and then you can slay some vampires. Or here, let me grab the stake so you can see it visually. Be like, die, vampire! Ah, ah, ah! Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue on with the build. So I build this cross holder, and it ends up moving to the other side, but now we can start laying out everything to figure out where it's going to go. I traced it with Sharpie, and then I started cutting off with styrofoam, which was a big mistake because this stuff went everywhere. Just do this part outside. Do it. My Dremel broke. I guess I need a new one. Dang it. Then using Mod Podge, I added some pictures. I actually have homework for you guys. If you want to get really, really inspired along with this video, I do recommend the book How to Haunt Your House by the Mitchell family, especially the Best of How to Haunt Your House by the Mitchell family, because they actually have an entire chapter of this book with multiple photograph pages of how they built their vampire hunting kit. And this kit is, it is beautiful. And they did it with a bunch of stuff that they found lying around, craft stuff, hobby stuff, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. So if you really want to get inspired, head on over to their Instagram. I'm actually going to link it down below, or head over to an affiliate site that you buy books off of. I bought mine off Amazon. I will plug that there. That is the best of How to Hunt Your House Volume 1. I have both Volume 1 and Volume 2, and I fully recommend them. And I actually got to talk to Lynn on Instagram, and she's very helpful. She was very kind for the very kind words, and I just want to give a shout out because it's one of the coolest like DIY books I've ever read. Then I laid out the upholstery and I put it all in, and everything. I'm just fitting everything, and then using some leather, these nails, I'm able to strap everything down. Super fun. So I'm trying to get this video done very quickly, so let me show you what I have so far and still like what I have to do. So let's jump into that. So the inside is looking pretty good. I have to vacuum up some of this styrofoam because there's everywhere. And then that wood piece that was there did not work out because the cross just wouldn't go through. So I'm actually moved that to here, and then this I'm gonna cover with a bunch of like pictures and vampire imagery. I've already done some already from a book that I had, and I'm just gonna keep on going from there. And I'm gonna put like the shelf here and keep on keeping on. So let's do that. Also, shout out to Fable Crafts Art for their amazing artwork that I was able to buy, download, and print at my local library to make all that imagery happen. I was really stoked about some of these like skulls and like the fangs and like vampire pictures. So I'm gonna include their link to their Etsy page down in the description down below. All right, folks, let's break it down. So we're gonna start with the artwork. Some of this artwork is actually from this really cool book. It was called Romancing the Vampire. The other art is from the Etsy store. A lot of this is from that Etsy shop that I was talking about, Fable Crafts Art. That is an actual Vlad Dracula stamp I have, and I put it on this like Necronomicon piece of paper, and I was able to like make it look like it was a note. This was from a Robin Hood book that I had as a kid, and I ripped this page out, and I always had it, and I said I'd use it for something, and it works. So I painted his eyes red to make him look like a vampire, and I put Father Satan, and I said he was a bloodsucker, because I was imagining a hunter put all of this stuff on there. This is a famous painting. These are more of those stuff from the Etsy stuff. Etsy, there's notes, blah, blah. I actually found this cross, I crap you not, yesterday before filming this, and it fits perfectly. It's metal and it fits in my little pocket thing, and I was like, it was meant to be. I had to have it, and it comes out. It's metal. It's super cool, and it's silver, which is a really cool detail. I added something here, and I wanted to cover it up because I didn't like it. So there's another picture here, and I could add I could add like vampire stamps here, and I think that would be really freaking cool. So here we go. The vampire killing kit. This, as the styrofoam, this is not my favorite thing. If I ever change anything, it's going to be how I did this. Also, I'm going to be finding styrofoam pieces for the rest of my life because there's so much styrofoam. Don't do it in the house. I was an idiot. So again, here is the Emily Dickinson Vampire Slayer Holy Water. I made this from a dollar store bottle, and I painted it with liquid nails. Google it. It's just a glue. You paint glass with it, and then you can paint on the glass any color you want. I put this little cross there, painted it silver, did a bunch of black washes, and that's how I made this. I think it still holds up. Now this I found in an antique store with Megan, and when I found it, I'm like, oh, this would be perfect for a vampire killing kit. She told me to buy it. I think it's like a Masonic temple thing. I'm so sorry that fell. Let me put that back up. It might be like a Masonic temple gavel. I don't know what it is. It is wood, though, and it's super freaking cool. And then, of course, this is a foam stake. We used these in Dracula. We didn't end up using these, so we had a bunch lying around, and one just so happened to end up here in my basement. That's all you need to know about that. And this is a flintlock that I got off of Amazon. I did take the orange thing off. I know that's a no-no, but this is not it's a toy, and it's never going to come out. It's never going to be pointed at someone. So I did take the orange thing off. This is for me. It's mine. It is what it is. Whether how you feel about guns, that is, I didn't want that orange thing. So these are little candlesticks, candlestick holders. So like if I wanted to put candles in there, I can put little candles right here, and then I can light them and ooh, you know, like all that horror stuff. And then so we have this box, which is from the dollar store. And we're gonna open this up. And it has, and the spray paint, of course, is sticking still. Oh God, not on camera. Come on, oh, there it is. Has little bottles in it, and I wrote Nosferatu because I didn't know what else to write in here. The one bottle I did finish because I just wanted to see what it looked like. I put Vervain, which is a callback to, you know, the Vampire Diaries, because I love Vampire Diaries. I didn't admit to that. Team Stefan, just saying. And then we have another box here, which is, this was the art from that Etsy shop that I did all that with, but this is something really cool because I got these when I was a kid at Gettysburg. They're a bunch of like replica bullets from Gettysburg, and they're silver, so I thought, oh look, silver bullets. And then I wrote, "For the dead travel fast," which is a quote from Dracula. And I think on the bottom of, not on that one, okay, I was testing a stamp, so there's the Vlad Dracula stamp on there as well. And then we have this little cross. It doesn't do anything. It is nailed here, and it's just filler. But that is my kit in all of its glory. Oh, I did forget. I put these little metal corner pieces here. I got this on Amazon. And I found this cross in July during my girlfriend's yard sale. I introduced myself to my neighbors, and they were selling this, and I had to have it. The one thing that I do want to do down the line is I want to burrow here and put some kind of stone. I think that would look really cool. But this is, it looks beautiful on this wooden box, and it looks so freaking cool. So that is how my Vampire Hunter kit looks right now. And as I said, this is a work in progress still. I want to keep adding to it, but I'm hoping this video really inspires you to go out and make your own Vampire Hunting kit. But let's talk about the 3 key essentials that I think would help you with your Vampire Hunting kit. Number 1 is a stake. You need a stake. That's how you kill a vampire. You can do the stake and the mallet, or you can find a gavel, but you need a stake and a hammer. Now, if you're going for more like a modern approach, like we're talking blade, you can mix this up. You could use stakes that you find at like Walmart, like for camping, or you can just go outside, find a branch, sand it down, and make a good old-fashioned stake. This is actually a plastic one that I was going to use, but then I remember I had that foam stake, so that's the one I used. But the first essential is definitely a stake. Second essential is the small details. Anything that you can add to your kit that's going to make people's eyes really wander is great. That's like, you want people's eyes to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. So I put pictures, I put little small, like added detail, I put little boxes, like people are going to wonder, what's in those boxes? What's this? What's that? And then the third essential is, which is not technically essential, especially if you don't follow like a religious belief. There's a lot of religion and vampire lore mixed together. Some people superstitions are that vampires don't like crosses, but then there's a lot of, especially in comedy vampire movies, they play around with that all the time. I was raised Catholic, so I really wanted to add a lot of crosses. I have my little bottle of holy water, but that's really up to you. You can do whatever you want, but my essential, number 1 essential is the stake. You need a freaking stake to stab a vampire in the heart. Second is the small details, and for me, my essential is religious icons, religious, like, just vampire stuff, religious and vampire stuff. That's just mine. But if you want to add your stuff, maybe go for a scientific approach. Maybe go for, if you want to do a different religion, like a different superstition, play with that. I even thought about putting a little, I know there's a superstition about knots. I know there's superstitions about rice. You throw the rice and they have to count them. Look, do some research, find what interests you, and put that into your kit. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I really hope you found this long video helpful. If you are making your own vampire hunting kit, please go to Instagram, look us up on Instagram, link in the description down below, and tag us in your photos. We want to see your vampire hunting kits because it might inspire us to make ours better, maybe like yours. Maybe you'll inspire us. But we hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope that you go out and slay some vampires, and we have a lot of cool content in the future, and I'm very excited to be working on my next couple of videos. They're going to be Evil Dead related, and they're sponsored, which is so freaking cool. So yeah, catch those videos in the future, and if you really liked this video, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video.
Is he Dracula or Bob from Stranger Things? Am I right?
Every thought, impulse, Stop.
Some crazy expedition following a young boy who was wearing the bracelet.
Idiot.